are on the way. Further afield, careers, that sort of thing. Back in our day, get yourself a trade, get an apprenticeship. Went out of fashion a bit early 2000, back with a vengeance now, so much so that companies in Suffolk are competing for who is, frankly, good, very good at offering apprenticeships. Well, Attwells Solicitors have been named top law firm amongst England's SME Apprenticeship Employers with regard to what they do with apprenticeships. Charlotte Reason is the head of training and development at Attwells, joins us on the programme. Charlotte, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. This is quite an accolade, this, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's so exciting for us, yeah.
Now, with regard to apprenticeships, as I say, they kind of went out of favour a bit. Everybody thought it was university or nothing you would amount to if you didn't go. But apprenticeships, very much back in vogue these days, Charlotte.
Yeah, I think they've had a bit of a revamp because it's not just the traditional trades now. You can do an apprenticeship in all sorts of different jobs, like, professional lawyer, accountants, all sorts of things.
And gone are the days where the apprenticeship was just a little bit of cheap assistance, right? There are rules in place now where you really do get something fulfilling and worthy out of the whole experience.
Yeah, that's right. It's very well regulated. So you have set times where you can study towards your degree and things like that. But also it's regulated in regards to what practical experience you have to have during the period. Yeah. You have to actually be involved in the profession that you want to join. Yeah.
Well, Attwells have ranked highly in this. Now, what were they looking for? What are you able to offer that others could learn from?
Yeah, so the main part of this award was actually the apprenticeships feedback. So they look at how our apprentices have rated their experience. And a lot of our apprentices really enjoy the fact that they have a supported training team, people that go through each stage with them and learn on the job with lots of experienced people helping them throughout the firm. It's a real team environment. So that's really what they were looking for in this particular award.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the accolade has gone to Attwells, the company. But realistically, let's be honest, Charlotte, this is your award. You head that department up.
I would like to say yes, but I don't actually agree. I am the one that heads our apprenticeship programme up, but what makes it so special is everyone in the firm is so committed to the apprentices' progression. Whatever area of law or whatever department they're in, there will be people supporting them. So it's a real team effort.
Oh, take the win, Charlotte. This is yours.
And our partners and board members are committed to extending it each year. So each year we hire 10 apprentices pretty much. That's quite a big number.
Oh, wow, that is going some. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And do they go on from that to establish themselves, in the case of Attwells, of course, in the legal profession? Do they find themselves in a great place to go forward with their careers?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the apprenticeship's so good in the fact that after you've qualified, not only do you have your qualification, your law degree and SQE, but you also have 6 years or 3 years, depending on the course you've taken, experience, which you don't obviously have when you go to university. So most of our apprentices following qualification will actually jump a few steps in their career and probably go into management or high level positions because they've got the experience as well, whereas myself, who went to uni because it wasn't an option, you're kind of starting.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. There's this ongoing debate about which is better, the apprenticeship or the university route. The uni route comes, of course, with a big loan to pay back at the end of it, as much as anything else. I mean, how would you judge either? You're familiar with both. So what is the route, particularly where your firm is concerned, your profession? Presumably you would say, well, you know what, the apprenticeship is a better route.
Yeah, I can't see why objectively you wouldn't say that, especially as an employer, because if I was sitting in front of someone that had done a 6-year apprenticeship programme or someone that was just a graduate, I would be choosing that apprentice given that that they've got the experience that the graduate hasn't and the same qualifications.
Yeah.
So I think it's a no-win really. Over if I could go back in time and do it,
you would do it differently, would you? Oh, would, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Have you paid the loan back yet?
No. No,
right, exactly. Well, that is great to hear. They are very much back in vogue, and for those reasons that have been outlined. You take on a good number of them. Presumably, you're limited by how many you can do, but for someone thinking, you know what, that's me, that's the profession for me, how do they get involved? How do they apply for these?
Yeah, it's a good question. So it really depends on what year they're in at school and what part they are in their career, but solicitor apprenticeships start after A levels.
Right.
So you really want to be looking at trying to get applications off in your sort of year 12, the same sort of time you might be thinking about university applications.
Yeah.
And a lot of them can be found on the firm's website. So you find the sort of firms you're really interested in that do the area of law that you're interested in, that might be local or in the location you want, and you start following them on social media or LinkedIn. Okay. And then they'll obviously publicise when they're open.
Yeah.
As they're open end of this year, for September the following year, so about 9 months in advance. And most small, medium-sized businesses will be a similar time frame, but obviously these big ones in London, they might hire a year or two in advance. So it depends what one you're looking for.
All right. Well, I'm led to believe that the legal profession does pay reasonably well, Charlotte. So that's my assumption. Am I right? So these folk are well on their way, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a 6-year apprenticeship. So throughout the 6 years, your salary does go up each year. So it might start at sort of 19,000-20,000 in a regional firm, again more in London, but in a regional local firm. We're in Suffolk, but then as you get more experience, you get higher pay, and then once you've qualified at 6 years, they do tend to pay you for your experience as well as your qualification.
I mean, what's not to love here? Either come out with a big old loan or get paid to learn and get your qualification. What's not to love about it? Really?
Exactly. Due to government funding, you get the qualification without paying for it as well. So,
well, of course, it's got to be in the right hands, and clearly with Attwells, it is recognised as one of the great firms, and proud that they are right here in Suffolk with regard to apprenticeships. And that department, she won't take all the credit, but the department is headed up by Charlotte Reason, who's head of training and development at Attwells. Congratulations, well deserved. Thank you for your time, Charlotte.
Thank you. Bye.